is it?
Open up the door, it's Dave!
Who?
Dave! D-A-V-E! Will you open up the goddamn
Dave?
door? Yeah, Dave!
Dave?
Right, man.
This is Washboard Jim, not Dave. I'm going to bring you the latest news here that we coughed up yesterday in the cannabis sector, and I want to share my watch list, and you're willing to go ahead and copy and paste this anytime. So, welcome to the Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy, where we talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now, and all other new kinds of ideas from other traders. Other strategies. We're not a call center, we're a strategy builder. We want to make you to where you can do this on your own. So the U.S. Health Agency recommends easing the federal restrictions on cannabis, on marijuana. The Department of Health and Human Services says marijuana should no longer be classified in the same category as drugs like heroin. I was going to say Hunter Biden, but heroin and LSD. So yeah, I think Joe Biden whispered yesterday, or was told to whisper about this here easing and I think it's a great idea. I mean, life has changed for a lot of people. Now that there's dispensaries and you can go out and buy what you want, there's a lot less drunks on the road, which I have noticed because of our DWI arrest record here in Springfield. Yeah, I mean, you used to be able to get 10, 20 a night. You're lucky if you see 3 a night now on DWIs. So it's definitely keeping the drunks off the street, which is good for me because I've been hit by a few of them at night. I work at night on a janitorial business. So yeah, I think it's a lot of good benefits come out of this. Plus, life is so much better now. I'd go out and get me an edible after work and be happy. So let's go through some of the watch lists. And there's a few on here. This is the new one that I made this year. And they were popping like a dickens yesterday, and I figured I'd let them kind of pull back a little bit. I'm going to see, link this up here. We've had some real good sell-offs, so I always like to when the market opens, first thing I do is I look for the volume highs. You know, I like to get in them ones that have the volume high first thing at the bat, like TLRY. TLRY I was calling down here with the 1, 2, 3. And then we had the breakout, and I run it all the way up to this here little box and got out of the trade, and then we had the breakout out of the box. So we had like a 1, 2, 3 punch out of this here wedge. It started forming a bullish pattern. You could see the wedge right there as it's coming up. And then it had a big gap up with volume push. Hit my resistance box. Pulled back and then had the big boom. So now we've got this news. We can come back and settle down here at the bottom part of this here support level. And I would set me an alert right above that 51. Now this is on the daily time frame. And that's the 51 EMA, and you can see it likes to bounce off that, bounced off it right here. So right now it's kind of bullish, so we're going to set an alert right above it, which I already have one, 231. If she pulls back there, I'll be alerted before we hit it, and I should raise it up to the top of that candle, and I think I will. I'm going to be safe about this trade just in case we hit that first support in that box. I want to see something here. Why I picked that? I don't see anything in there. I don't know why I picked that. Oh, I know why. Because of that there resistance. Double top resistance, triple top now. So when it comes back up the last time, it should go ahead and break out of it and run up and hit that 200. And we already did. So your hard resistance now is going to be upgraded to 302 on TLRY. Where's my little, there it is. The next one we have on this list is CGC. It's also down here at the bottom. Now this one's very, I'd wait for the pullback on it. She has nice little pops. So maybe set your alert right there at 42.50 for today and see if that holds. If not, it's going to come back and hit this support right here at 41.86. I like CURLF, CURLF. I like this one a lot. Now we broke resistance on it also. So it can get to 365, hit that 200 SMA and support. I'm going to say it's going to be the 9. So set your alert on the 9. Now this is the daily time frame. And I'd set it right on top of that candle right there to get in that trade. I'll set it at the mark at below. And when she comes back and hits the top of the body of that candle, boom. It's like a triple top break right there. 1, 2, and 3. And it'll be back on that 9. So I got 2 confirmations. When you're doing my strategy, you got to have a confirmation before you can call a call. At least 3 of them would be really a good. 2 is a bold move. I wouldn't do it just on one little confirmation. But we have a triple top right here. A Darvis box breakout off the 9. So 292 for CURLF. And sundial, this always gets mentioned on CNBC, so it has to break the 200 on 200 SMA on the daily before it'll go any higher, and hold the 50 SMA, which right now is right at 150, 151. We got ETF here, MSOS. This is a pretty good one to watch. We did hit the triple top yesterday and pulled back. So I definitely keep MSOS on your watch list and try to figure out some kind of support. Maybe I'm kind of looking in here for an equilibrium, and I'm finding one right here, right around 558. 558 or a strong buy down here at 530. Definitely 530. So that's where I'm going to set my alert. That's a 50-cent drop. That ain't nothing. So set at 534. So that's Moses. You got Cron. Cron's a real good one to trade. I've loved trading this one. Now we do have a triple top right here, a 1, 2, 3. So it's going to pull back, and I'm going to say support's going to be right there at 176. And I'm going to set an alert right above that. This is Cron. Right around 178, and try to get in it at 176. The next one on here is another ETF, MJ, that's really been sold hard. Now this was $11 price tag on this at one time, up here at 22. So, if you just wanted to trade all in all, I would be looking at MSOS and MJ and not just sit on it. And if it dips, add to it and try to run this run up. That's how I'd trade this. And I'd look for some kind of support right here off 314 and start my investment there. And we'll pull up the 20-day 1 hour. No, I'd bring her down a little bit more. I'd start it right in here. Right under $3 and see if it pulls back to 3. and then I would maybe go in small. If it dipped, I think the lowest support's going to be right down here at $3. So it ain't really that much of a difference. Go in small, add on. But yeah, MJ would be, I think, and this is one of my favorites right here, GRWG. I really like this one right here. Now we do have a double top, and that found resistance. So if you could set an alert right around 281 and see if it holds this here 278. And let me see if there's anything else in here I like. But I really like GRWG. So I'm going to give you just, this one here is a good one. This is, what do you call it? Vegas. Planet 13 Holdings. Now this is very inexpensive right now. I was trading this around $5 up in here. That last run we had, and look where we are right now. This thing, I mean, we broke resistance right here. There's the 3 black crows right there. So we broke that, and that's going to be a solid support. If we can get this thing, we got to focus on Planet 13. This is a really neat company. 60 cents and see if that holds. We'll take us to that's on the weekly. And it can pull back to 53. And that'd be a very good investment right there if you go long. 53.71 on PLNT. I really like that one there. I have to keep an eye on it. And this one here, TCNNF, is another one. It's got to break a certain resistance or pull back. And I'm going to say 382 for it. How does he pick them so fast? You're asking, how does he do that? He just pulled up the chart within 5 seconds, said that's where it's going. How'd he do that? See this double bottom right here? Triple bottom. Then it came down and it finally failed. In fact, we're going to bring it up just a little bit. Fine tune it a little bit right there. So that's for how many years? 1, 2, 3, almost 3 years you held that support. Then we finally break it. So, naturally, I think that thing could come back and retest that real fast and see if it respects this last run. So, yeah, I mean, I've done over 1.5 million charts, so I can, sit and look at something real fast and say, okay, that's it, and stick with my first basic instinct. I'm looking for a horizon, for a pivot point, for some kind of place where it hung out. Made it home for a couple of years. $3.91. Could have been scalped $1, 30 cents for many years. Many years. Not many, but many and a half. So that's what we're going to see. We're going to see if that pulls back, and if it holds it, jump in it, run it up for 20 cents and get the heck out of Dodge. It's not going to be a big freak here, but it could run up here to $5. You have $1 gain on it. Then you get out. So yeah, and you got to watch the news, keep up on that news. Federal agency calls that was bullish sentiment across the cannabis space. Start looking at some of this news and see what other stocks pop up on the watch list. Stocks that benefit from this here. Cannabis stocks soar. Here's one. Let's see if it's got anything in it. Biden administration. There you are. There's your good start list right there. I got every one of them on here. I got that one. I got G. I don't have this one on here. I do now. GTBIF. It's added. TCC, got all them. Okay, well, that's it. Kind of keep your watch list going. Clean it out. Check them high volume movers. Look when you get started. Pull up the percentage gainers and losers. Check the last price. You know, I always like to go with the highest volume first and see what's moving and what's consistent. Everybody's watching TLRY. Okay. Adios, retail traders.